They say don't fear the night. I don't think I'm doing that right. And they say don't fear the night. I don't think I'm doing that right. And oh, son, we've missed you so. And oh, son, how you've grown. But you can't see how I've grown. No, you can't see how I've grown. And oh, love, I've missed you too. And oh, love, I will see you soon, but not soon enough. Godspeed, my son. Godspeed, my son. Godspeed, my son.
We're a bunch of broke people driving around in a minivan, and we're hungry. So the only logical solution is to go to a dumpster and find food that has recently been thrown out and eat it. It was kind of a bust.
Kind of a bust.
Nah, not today, man. No luck there. Little Caesars did not box the pizzas, not tie the bags.
There are live things in here. Does it look like a
Nope.
gnarly?
I don't really see it.
Flowers, some cups.
This was attempts number 5. We got 3 pieces of pizza. Looks like bell peppers, mushrooms, sausage,
onions.
I mean, not the most food in the world for 3 people,
But it's free.
but it's free. Cheers. Not bad. They're good.
My family thinks I'm crazy. They were basically like, so you're gonna go live in a van and drive around and play music on the street and be poor, and you think that's fun? I was like, yeah.
I was in San Francisco. I got a phone call from Brian Papalardo. He was like, "Hey, Sean, how are things going?" He said, "Bro, I got this crazy idea." And I told myself, no matter what he says, tell him no. He said, "We should go on a panhandling tour to raise money for Resolve Uganda." And again in my head, I said, "Absolutely not." And vocally, I said, "Dude, when do we leave?"
My friends think I'm nuts. Most of my family thinks I'm nuts.
I thought, okay.
He's crazy.
He's lost his mind.
Yep, he's crazy.
In like December, we were raising money. Came up with this like ridiculous collection of songs that we would play on the street, and one day we made like $900. That's when the idea kind of was started. Like, dude, we should totally just get in a car and just drive around and use, panhandling money to pay for our gas. I mean, it was a joke at first.
I don't think it's
My name is Josiah Lamerson. I am from West Palm Beach, Florida. I'm 20 years old, and my favorite food is cheese.
My name is Sean Hines. I am 21 years of age. I'm from Chattanooga, Tennessee. So I wrestled for a really long time. We'll leave the years undisclosed. I used to wrestle for like 5 years, and I lost every single match that I ever wrestled in except for one. And I lost to the same girl twice. It was an embarrassing time of my life. Hey Brian, how does it feel? You're in a shark cage.
My name is Brian Papalardo. I'm 22 years old. I'm from Jacksonville, Arkansas.
I was in high school. One of my friends let me borrow a documentary about the war in Uganda, and I watched it.
I was playing a benefit concert that my friend Ellie had put on.
I watched this film, and it was by Invisible Children, and it was about, you know, the war in Uganda. It just blew my mind. I remember, you know, thinking, you know, holy cow, like, this can't happen, like, in the world.
In northern Uganda, there is a warlord named Joseph Kony.
And he's been abducting children and forcing them to fight in his rebel army.
Since the start, there's been like 60,000 kids that have been abducted.
And at this point, his army is just without a cause. They're just fighting just to fight.
Millions of people have been forced to leave their villages and go live in displaced camps.
To this day, they're still abducting children.
And no one has put a stop to what he's doing, but there have been a few organizations who have decided that they're not going to stand for it. Resolve Uganda, Invisible Children, and have effectively been making a lot of changes.
I think that it's really important to show the youth of America that they have a voice, and that their voice matters, and they can actually accomplish things with their voices. That's really cheesy. I shouldn't say voices.
And so it's encouraging to talk to the youth of a nation, quoting a POD song.
So many times we just think to ourselves like, well, the government's just going to take care of this and there's nothing that I can really do about this. What I hope to do is just to show the youth of America that we can be involved in the political process and we can make change.
It's just so overwhelming, like the number of people who've rallied around this issue. We want to come to your city and we want to meet you and we want to thank you and we want to talk about whatever you want to talk about, and we want to answer any questions that you might have about the impact that you've had, or like what comes next, and like how you can stay involved. So I think the first part of this tour is really just like a thanks to those people.
I hope to raise a ton of money for Resolve Uganda, because that is such an important organization, because it's teaching youth how to get involved in the political process and how that they can actually make change in the political arena. What Resolve Uganda is doing is just taking the youth and saying, this is how you do this, and turning them out and just saying, you know, okay, go change the world.
The thing that I want to accomplish on this tour is reaching out to somebody, even if it's one person, that up until this point has not realized that they can make a difference in this world. How many times they've been told that they can't do something that they can. I'm just excited. I'm excited for the future. Voices, this whole thing started off as merely an idea that was so far-fetched. I don't even think Brian thought it was going to happen when he asked me to do it. And now it's happening, and I honestly couldn't imagine not doing it at this point.